as I've talked to many of you, you've reached out to me as your mentor, and I've had many of you are blue supporters, and you are devastated. And actually, even a few of you, you've told me that when you did your first thing, Greg, I nearly cut you off, right? Okay, but I listened to you because it's you, and now I kind of get what you're saying. Okay, right? But half of you voted for him, half of you didn't. And here's what I'm going to tell both groups of you. You better understand that soft skill that I just said. Because I'm going to explain I'm going to talk to the blues first, okay? I'm going to talk to my blue people. All right, my blues, my Dems. So let me tell you something. There's going to be a group of you that, with the outcome that just happened, over the next 4 years, you are going to crush it. You are going to crush it. I know you're upset. I know you're angry. I know you're scared. I know you're worried. But you are going to crush it. Why? Because of the soft skill of energy management.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me, my friends. Today, let's talk about your skill set. Let's talk about how you can improve probably certain aspects of your skill set that I don't think a lot of people work enough on. And that is your soft skills. So I know every single one of you that's listening, I know you work on building your skills, okay? Like, you wouldn't be listening to this podcast if you weren't interested in building your skill set. But I think there's a huge difference. I know there's a huge difference between improving your hard skills, which is the skills that most of us work on, versus improving your soft skill set, okay? And so what I want to do first is I want to talk about both categories of skills. And this podcast, I want to talk specifically about a soft skill that I really think we need to pay attention to and we need to focus on as we move forward. So let's talk about the difference between hard and soft skills. Hard skills are the skills that have the ability to allow us to have a different level of value and improve our value in the marketplace. For instance, in 1998, I was a physical therapy student, okay? I had just gotten into physical therapy school in 1997, okay? But in 98, I was knee deep now in PT school. I was learning the skill set of how to be a licensed physical therapist, which is a hard skill, by the way, okay? It's considered under the category of hard skills. But at that time, the skill set that I had was a skill set of being able to be a cashier. I was a cashier, and I worked the men's department for TJ Maxx. And when TJ Maxx closed down, I was working at Perry Ellis. So Perry Ellis is a men's clothing store. And that skill set was able to net me about $7.25 an hour at Perry Ellis. Okay, that's a skill set that I had. All right, it was a implementation skill set. I knew how to fold clothes. I knew how to ring up people at a cash register. I knew how to talk about ties and belts and dress shirts and fit you, whether you're a 15 size neck or a 16 or a 17 or 18 or 32, 33, 34, 35 sleeve. That's what I was able to do. That skill set netted me $7.25, $7.50, I think I made it my highest point an hour, okay? Over the 3 years of me being in physical therapy school, I developed a new skill set. I had technical skills, okay? I had hard skills of me learning how to evaluate patients, treat patients, gate train, et cetera, and that allowed me to be able to increase my pay by nearly 3 times, okay? Close to $20 an hour when I started as a licensed physical therapist. You guys, all of those things are hard skills, okay? So communication is a hard skill. Implementation, me working on people, learning how to do special tests, learning how to do manual muscle tests. So those are all hard skills, okay? That's under the category of the hard skill. They're very important. There are certain skills that are more important than others, but they are all very important. Now, I feel like many of you, you're working at your hard skill set right now. You're working on your communication. Maybe you're working on learning how to build funnels. I don't know. Maybe you're working on becoming a pelvic health therapist. Maybe you're working on a higher level of certification for dietetics and nutrition, like whatever your thing is, okay? Most of us are working on our hard skill set. But the thing that I don't feel like enough people pay attention to or give intention to is the soft skills. So what's soft skills? Well, soft skills are building your empathy, building resiliency, and those are really important. The people that are able to empathize and connect with others, the people that are able to be extremely resilient, I have really come to realize that that's the real game changer. Now, I'm not even talking about those two right now, but the one that I'm going to talk about is managing your energy and controlling your energy. That's what I want to talk about on today's podcast, because as I am filming this podcast or recording this podcast, we are not even a few days, we're less than a week out from the presidential election, right? And so I want to talk to you all about me working on this skill set and working on this skill set really over the last, I'd say 12 to 15 years. I've been working on my soft skills as much or more than my hard skills. And it's not a coincidence that my life has dramatically changed with regards to influence, impact, and income. And it's by working on the soft skill of energy management. So what I want to do right now is I want to bring you back 8 years ago. Okay, it was 2016. And in 2016, when Donald Trump was voted president, I had an emotion, and the emotion wasn't a very positive emotion. I was, at least at that time, I was very, very scared. I was scared. I was worried. I thought like what many people are thinking now, that like, oh my gosh, he's going to deport so many people. He's going to deport me, even though I'm an American citizen, but I wasn't born in this country. And I was just so nervous because of just all the things that I was hearing and how I was interpreting things. So I want to tell you that outcome created an emotion for me. And that emotion was created a lot of like anxiety for me. Okay. I was truly, truly nervous, but I had to make a decision on how I was going to take that emotion and what type of energy I was going to channel with it. Okay. And what I did is I just said, listen, I think life is going to be harder for me as a Black man with this guy in power. Okay. Again, this is just what I interpreted at the time. Okay. And I decided to create urgency. And I said, you know what? I think it's not just going to be harder for me. Because I got to be honest with you, I wasn't too much worried about me because I was already kind of rolling in the dough. Okay. But I felt like life was going to be harder for a lot of people that look like me, that don't even look like me, but are different than at least what I thought at that time he endorsed or didn't endorse. And I said, I'm gonna do everything I can to help people with everything I've learned. I wasn't planning on building Smart Success PT, now Smart Success Healthcare, but that outcome created an emotion. But then I was able to channel that emotion that I was feeling, which was not a really positive emotion, but I was able to channel it into energy that created action. And so I'm going to tell you this. During the first DJT reign, okay, from 2016 to 2020, I created 3 new businesses. 3 new businesses. One of those businesses went to multi-6 figures over 2.5 years. And the other 2 businesses have done multi-millions of dollars. One of them has done nearly 20 million. Yeah, during that time. And it all came from energy management. It came from, write this down, outcome leads to an emotion. The emotion then leads to energy. And it's how you place that energy, which then will lead to either action or it will lead to inaction. Okay, I'm going to give you all a couple examples. One of the things I've come to realize is that my audience is about half and half. Okay, as I've talked to many of you, you've reached out to me as your mentor, and I've had many of you are are blue supporters and you are devastated. And actually, even a few of you, you've told me that when you did your first thing, Greg, I nearly cut you off, right? Okay, but I listened to you because it's you, and now I kind of get what you're saying. Okay, right? But half of you voted for him, half of you didn't. And here's what I'm going to tell both groups of you. You better understand that soft skill that I just said. Because I'm going to explain I'm going to talk to the blues first, okay? I'm going to talk to my blue people. All right, my blues, my Dems. So let me tell you something. There's going to be a group of you that with the outcome that just happened over the next 4 years, you are going to crush it. You are going to crush it. I know you're upset. I know you're angry. I know you're scared. I know you're worried. But you are going to crush it. Why? Because of the soft skill of energy management. See, the outcome happened. The outcome for Dems, for the Republicans, for independents, for all of us, the outcome is the outcome, okay? Donald J. Trump's going to be the president in the United States for the next 4 years. Outcome's done, okay? Now, the second part is emotion. Some of you are happy. Some of you are sad, okay? Some of you are anxious. Some of you are leading with anticipation. And those things, okay, fine. Okay, that's that. But now the energy is different for different groups of you. So let's talk about the Dems here first, okay? So for those of you that you have this fearful, anxious, worried about what's going to happen, fearing your freedoms, your body, your life, like those are real emotions, okay? I'm not going to take that away from you because those are real. But some of you are going to create urgency, and you are going to create grassroots efforts in your community. You are going to use this to say, nobody's going to bail me out. You're going to use this and you're going to say, you know what? I have to double down. I have to double down on my community. I got to double down on myself. I got to double down on my mission. And it's going to create massive action for a group of you. And I'm telling you, that group, whoever you are, I hope I'm speaking to you if you're on the blue side. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm betting on you. I'm betting on you over the next 4 years. Now, there are some of you on the blue side that got the same outcome, have the same emotions, but you are going to manage that emotion and you're going to manage the energy by becoming apathetic. You're going to be like, you know what? Screw it. Nothing matters anyways. They're all coming to deport me. They're all coming to get me. They're all going to try to kill me. All this hate's going to happen. So you know what? I'm not going to try anyways. And you, my friend, you're going to lose. You're going to lose because you weren't able to manage the emotions and manage the energy to actually make you turn it into something for good. Now, my red people, yeah, it's about half of you. I know. I study my numbers. Okay, let me tell you what's going to happen with you. Okay, it's the same formula for you as well. All right, same formula. Right, the outcome is your guy got elected. Okay, cool. Your guy got elected. That's the outcome. All right. The emotion is you are extremely happy. You are extremely happy. But what's going to happen is this: there's going to be two groups of you when it comes to your energy. Your energy is like, oh my gosh, I feel so relieved. I feel like I got America back. Okay, you know, whatever. And I feel like I can just, you know, I don't have to go as hard now. I feel like so many good things are going to happen. The economy is just going to bounce back. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. I don't have to go hard anymore. Like, my guys got me. I'm going to bet that you're going to lose. I'm going to bet that you're going to lose over the next 4 years. Okay. And by the way, it has nothing to do with what happened. It has to do with how you're managing your energy. That's it. That's it. Now, there's another group of you, my red friends, where you had the same outcome, right? Okay, DJT won. The emotion, you are relieved, you are happy, but your energy now is like, you know what? I have no excuse. I have no excuse. All the excuses I had before, those excuses are gone. I know that I have an administration that's working for me, if that's you, okay, cool. All right, and I'm going to double down and I'm going to go harder. I'm going to go double, triple what I had done in the last 4 years. And you're going to win. You guys, it all comes down to how are you managing your energy? Okay. You know, when they say life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. That only makes sense if you know how to manage your energy right. And that is a soft skill. That is a soft skill. And that is a skill that I don't feel like many of us really work on. And so I'm highly recommending that you start to work on your soft skill of energy management. When things come your way, are you looking at all of those things and saying, somehow, some way, this is going to benefit me and bless me? I know many of you were not happy with the takes that I had post-election. You have to understand, it's not necessarily that it was the outcome that I wanted to see, but my job is to, and I truly believe this, that everything will eventually work on my behalf as long as I am trusting in the Lord with all my heart. I'm leaning not on my own understanding. I'm acknowledging him in all my ways, knowing he will direct my path. So what can I learn from what's going on right now that's going to allow me to be able to build my skill sets? What's going to allow me to be able to not just build my hard skills, but build my soft skills? How can I take the situation, regardless of what it is, and how can I take that to be able to better not only my life, but better other people's lives? And if you start to look at it that way, then I truly believe you'll start the process of being very intentional about managing your energy better. I hope this helps you. I hope this serves you. And I hope that you make an intentional effort to work on your energy management and work on controlling it and harnessing it in a very, very productive manner so that it moves your life forward. Because let me tell you something. I'm team you. I'm team you. I'm rooting for you. I'm campaigning for you. I'm investing in you. And I want you to win. And I believe you can win regardless of what side you're on. So that's my message, and I'm sticking to it. And I love you guys. Till next time.